Little Mrs. Jenny Hall several years ago it had a display of World War II memorabilia. And I copied down it says, "Dear all, 4 listeners from the same guy, Bill. To fly the airplanes and put you into the wartime battle, if you can, and if you're comfortable, aircraft that actually carry 100 pounds of jet. Big 15 as a North American trainer, the advanced trainer was a college degree for a flyer. In the diamond formation, that is the S-10 aircraft known as the Grasshopper. It has been just permeating the sky. He said in Italy, Lucky and us, they had the MiG-15 with a 35 degree. Only one that wasn't a F-86 was Lieutenant Guy Baldwin. What makes the T-33 landing? Now, folks, look at the difference. This is the German aeronautical data that we had after the war. So they came out with a jet first. A Western aircraft engaged in a dogfight. One had shot areas with bombs and rockets. And it was a very effective aircraft. Fighters, and we'll point out the different fighters too. They're going to be augmented with the T-28. So actually, T-28 was turned into a fighting machine for the South Vietnamese Air Force. In the 60s, they were refurbished with bomb racks and guns and shipped over aboard ships from the west coast of California and over to Vietnam. They became a model that was much heavier than the trainer model, which was beat out at about 8,600 pounds. They now can carry a payload for about 12,000 pounds. The Corsair is the first in the lineup out in front of you, and you can see one of the nicknames of the aircraft. They call it the bent wing bird. You see how the wing is attached to the fuselage on a slant and then levels out somewhat with a horizon. Right at that bend is where the wings fold. If it is a folding wing version of the Corsair, not all of them were. That is a Korean War version. Came out in 1945 and saw action as a ground attack aircraft in Korea. Topping out at almost 19,000 pounds of weight. Listen to the sound of the engine. Coming past the road and then get the heck out of it. If you had any cannon fire or bullet shot, it might be tempted to come back around, back in the escape. You might get away with a long-shot pass, but you still want to right. How far that was from the truth. His actions, although very minor. A lot of young men have been great players that in that walking race. They could raise their heads high, and hope was in the air again. And they, Americans, back in the greatest generation, got it together and made it really happen. The first small deal with number 3. It was the first Plymouth to ever have a coach go landing. The rebuild of the world was in 2002. The nickname, because of the A.D. Cycle, some people call them stabs, the pilots of the gun crew, and because over the top of us and right to left, airport. Where is the engine? The engine is behind the pilot. It's the propeller. Under the seat where the pilot failure. That was one of the two of the plane. The propeller, leading on air program, but I did, he did back in the first month. The bombers overhead right to left, the bombers overhead right to left, but that's where the team fire was. It's right through the drop line. 48 pilot pass. I'm going directly over the top of that. Secondly, 50 meters behind the pilot, they walk around did not have a sliding canopy. But guess what? It worked. Who cares if it worked? It was a very successful aircraft. Many of them in the Korean version of the Chance Walk Corsair. So we had North American aircraft, North American trainers, Chance Walk, and Goodyear built aircraft built by Goodyear under contract. Were closed and actually made it a small jet hot air into a jet engine. Bomb squad out on the grass, ready for the area on the other side of the runway. As we get ready to blow this place up.
Okay, get ready, Jay.
Legal. B-25, bombs away.
Today and tomorrow, you have and will continue to see comprehensive display. The barnstormers did it at the end of World War I as she pulls the nose of that 450 horsepower. Marine fueled and biplane over the top for the first maneuver called. That's the basic loop backside and complete. The 8-sided top-down troop in the sky. Right now, extra 300L at the more than 24 air shows she will fly at each air show season. Now, the aircraft that Vicki is flying was built in 1940 by the Wichita division of the Boeing Aircraft Company. It is a vintage 1940 PT-17 Spearman biplane. It was the first unbuilt airplanes that existed at the end of the Second World War. Survived and continued to fly. Today's time, Rob.